Welcome back to Aesthetics Magazine. Discover more skincare resources at aestheticsmagazine.com. In this episode, we are going to describe how antioxidants fight free radicals. We can get sunburned even on a cloudy day. This is because UVB radiation can penetrate light clouds. UVB radiation is associated with sunburn and is most intense during the hours of 10 a.m. to 4 p.m., while UVA radiation is the dominant tanning ray. It is less intense than UVB, and it is present with relatively equal intensity during all daylight hours throughout the year. These rays can prematurely age our skin and lead to an increased risk of skin cancer. Sunlight is the main source of UV radiation. Tanning beds, which were very popular when these notes were first written, are now known to give off the harmful UVA rays and have been classified as a known cause of cancer. UV rays don't just damage the skin. They speed up the aging process, causing wrinkles and leathery skin. UV rays affect the DNA in the skin cells. Over time, this damage accumulates, which can lead to skin cancer. When the sun's rays reach us, we're exposed to UV radiation. This damages the skin's cellular DNA and it produces genetic mutations that can lead to skin cancer. Sunlight has ultraviolet, UV, radiation. It's a type of electromagnetic radiation. It has more energy than visible light, which can cause skin damage. When the sun's rays reach us, we're exposed to UV radiation. This damages the skin's cellular DNA and it produces genetic mutations that can lead to skin cancer. Many factors affect the amount of UV radiation we receive, such as the strength of the rays, the length of time the wolf is exposed, and whether the skin is protected with clothing or sunscreen. UV radiation can't be seen or felt, so it can damage cells in the skin and cause skin cancer without you knowing it. UV radiation is a major cause of skin cancer, as well as premature skin aging. It's great to be outdoors and boost well-being, but by enjoying the sun safely and taking care not to burn, we can all help to reduce the risk of skin damage and skin cancer. By keeping up with our work, we must continue to remind ourselves how common UV radiation is and that it can damage skin cells and the underlying DNA, as well as causing premature aging and skin cancers. The skin is the largest organ in the body, and it serves as a protective barrier for all of the body's organs and systems. It is made up of 3 layers: the epidermis, the dermis, and the subcutaneous tissue. The epidermis is the topmost layer of the skin and is made up of squamous cells. These cells are responsible for protecting the body and repairing the skin when it is damaged. However, when these cells were damaged by exposure to radiation, particularly the DNA within the squamous cells, they can begin to multiply in an uncontrollable fashion as a result of the damage by the radiation. It is when the epidermal cells, which serve as the precursor for squamous cells, reproduce without control that most cases of squamous cell carcinoma develop. Also, the skin's dermal layer is the next layer located beneath the epidermis. It is primarily made up of a protein called collagen, which gives the skin its elasticity, and various cell types such as blood and lymph vessels, sebaceous glands that secrete oil onto the skin, hair follicles, and the base of the sweat glands. By contrast, the dermis has few cells that multiply in response to DNA damage inflicted by radiation. Instead, fibroblasts within the dermal layer are prompted by radiation to produce abnormal or atypical cells. These uncharacteristic cells are the genesis of basal cell carcinoma, the most prevalent type of skin cancer. As a prevalent cancer that is developed through continuous exposure to radiation compared to others, diseases such as basal cell carcinoma mainly occur over areas in the body that are often exposed to the sun's radiation and can develop in places such as the ear or the neck. However, there are numerous treatment options available for individuals suffering from any form of skin cancer due to radiative exposure, with the type of treatment recommended typically depending on the location, size, and the stage of the cancer development. Treatments for skin cancer include radiation therapy to kill cancer cells, photodynamic therapy that uses special light sources to detect and eliminate tumor cells, and various other methods like cryosurgery, excision surgery with specialized methods like the Mohs surgical technique. Skin cancer is the most common cancer in the United States. In the last 3 decades, skin cancer has been on the rise. Each year, nearly 5 million people receive treatment for some type of skin cancer. There are 3 main types of skin cancer: basal cell carcinoma, squamous cell carcinoma, and melanoma. Basal cell carcinoma is the most common type of skin cancer. This type of skin cancer occurs in the outermost layer of skin and starts in the basal cell layer. Basal cell carcinoma grows slowly, and it is the least dangerous type of skin cancer. Squamous cell carcinoma is the second most common type of skin cancer. This type of skin cancer occurs in the squamous cells, which are just below the outer surface of the skin. Squamous cell carcinoma can spread to other parts of the body. Melanoma is the most dangerous type of skin cancer. Melanoma occurs in the melanocytes, which are cells that produce the skin's pigment. Melanoma can spread very quickly to other parts of the body and can be deadly. There is also a rare type of skin cancer called Merkel cell carcinoma. Merkel cell carcinoma occurs just beneath the skin and in the hair follicles. This type of skin cancer can be aggressive and has a high risk of spreading to other parts of the body. There are also several less common types of skin cancer. These types are a dermatofibrosarcoma protuberans, adnexal carcinoma, cutaneous lymphomas, Kaposi sarcoma, and also some types of sarcomas such as atypical fibroxanthoma and leiomyosarcoma. These types of skin cancer are rare, and your doctor will likely never see a case in their lifetime. These rare types of skin cancer are just a small fraction of all skin cancer cases. For example, according to the American Cancer Society, Merkel cell carcinoma only makes up about 1 in every 50 skin cancer cases. Basal cell carcinoma, which is the most common and easy to treat as it seldom spreads. This type of cancer occurs from the deepest layer of the epidermis and often appears on the head, neck, and arms. Basal cell carcinoma is simply caused by a combination of cumulative long-term sun exposure and occasional intense sunlight. It's been found in both sun-exposed and sun-spared areas, and it tends to grow slowly. The state is the most difficult type of skin cancer to treat, and it is usually fatal. It begins in the melanocytes, and it is very dangerous as it can quickly spread to other parts of the body. Melanoma may appear on the skin very suddenly, or it can grow over time. Then, there is squamous cell carcinoma, which is also mainly caused by cumulative ultraviolet exposure over the years and tends to appear on the skin that gets the most sun. This type of cancer is mainly found on the areas of the body that are frequently exposed to the sun, such as the ears, lower lip, and the back of the hands. For example, basal cell carcinoma can occur on the head if the person is bald. The ears are common sites. However, squamous cell carcinoma occurs on the rim of the ear or on the earlobe. It is usually in those people who have fair and freckled skin, fair hair or eye colors, and those who freckle or burn easily. Finally, we have Merkel cell carcinoma. This type of cancer is very rare and it is less well known compared to other skin cancers. It was first described in 1972 by Tokayer, and it's about 30 times less common than melanoma. Merkel cell carcinoma occurs on the sun-exposed areas of the body, such as the head and neck. The state is very aggressive and it can quickly spread. It has been found on the face, as well as in the nose, neck, and scalp. However, it is most common on the eyelid, followed by the eyebrow and the cheek. Plus, Merkel cell carcinoma typically appears as a single red or skin-colored lump of about 2 centimeters or more in diameter on the sun-exposed skin. Discover the natural power of vitamins with this new book, Understanding Vitamins in Skincare by Greg Rishaw. Learn how vitamins can nourish, protect, and renew your skin, all while embracing a healthy, balanced approach. Get your copy today and uncover the secrets to natural ingredients. Understanding Vitamins in Skincare is available now on Amazon.com.